The land of black people, Africa, is used for illustration on the meaning of the term paradox, that people can easily see the contradictory situations within the continent, that huge land with the abundant natural resources and a population of 1.3 billion people, but severe hunger, abject poverty is making majority of black people lead miserable lives while living with the paradox at home. Africans are still victims of the marginalization by others, which definitely limit their potential and hinder them from activities and participating in and contributing to the world in various spheres. Struggles have been there so long by black peoples, even for a century long, to regain their dignity. Several movements and campaigns have also been made to address the pressing issues confronting black peoples across the world. Abyssinia Business Network has approached Dr. Fisa Shetu, founder and CEO of Purpose Black Ethiopia, to briefly look back to the historical backgrounds of business targets, achievements, opportunities, and challenges it has encountered.
First of all, I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to appear on your magazine, which is a very influential and is a very informative magazine.
Would you briefly tell us what Purpose Black is?
Purpose Black is a huge initiative with a big vision and with a big mission. The whole idea of Purpose Black came about 2 years ago. Normally, whenever people want to start business, they have an idea of what they want to do, and then they go about establishing that business per their interest and per what they want to do. But in our case, it's an entirely different history. So what happened was, like, at that time, about 2 years ago, I'm sure you remember the situation that was taking place in the US. At that time, Trump was he was like about, it was the time of Trump, and racism was, at the highest peak. And, we had also COVID at that time also. So basically, the black community was really severely affected by what was happening. And us living there in the white world, we are, first-hand encounter of, being black, being, victims of racism, and also the fact that you're like marginalized in terms of economic empowerment, economic participation, and so forth. So you always ask this question: for how long is this discrimination going to continue, and for how long is like not being considered as a human being, inferior, kind of things, and for how long is this thing is going to continue? So we've been asking this question, and we black people have been fighting for our dignity for more than 100 years, for more than a century, and things like that. But despite all that period of struggle and so forth, the direction where we are heading into is not like as to what we really wanted to achieve. So we started asking, for how long is it going to continue, and why did we fail to achieve what we really wanted to achieve? Wherever you go, I mean, like, if you look at the Americans are so powerful, the Americans are so influential, the Americans are respected, not because they are only white, it's just mainly and primarily because they are economically empowered. We concluded that whether we like it or not, if black people really want to reclaim their dignity, then they have to empower themselves economically. Nobody helped the Chinese to become powerful, respected, and influential. They helped themselves. So if we Africans have to be respected globally, and if we have to reclaim our rightful place in the world economy, in the world politics, whatever it may be, then we have to do it ourselves. It's not going to be a handout.
How can Africans achieve economic independence?
Natural resources, minerals, and the environment and things like that. And in terms of human numbers, 1.3 billion people globally, we have everything that it takes to empower ourselves economically. So we said, what is the disconnect? We have everything on our hand, in the food and everything, but we're poor. We can eat it ourselves. So we said, there is some disconnect and there is some problem. We realize that the problem is ourselves, because we black people don't like to work amongst ourselves, with each other. You know, we don't collaborate. We don't look inwards, and instead of looking inwards, we try to externalize our problems. If there is anything that we can do to solve the problem, to address the problem of black people, and really make black people respected globally, then we say that we have to do it on the black people. And we have to create a platform where black people can collaborate, a platform where black people can work together, and whatever we're going to work together is going to be focused on economic. It should be a business that would empower us economically, and ultimately that would empower us, in other spheres. The whole purpose of Purpose Black is to change the mindset of black people and to look for, whatever, if you have to look, search wherever it may be, in every corner of the world, identify people who are willing to work together, bring them together, create a collaborative platform, and create an economic system that would ultimately make them black people accepted, respected, and become influential globally. That's the whole idea.
Can you tell us the rationality behind Purpose Black in Ethiopia?
The whole idea started, the discussion and everything started about 2 years and 4 months ago. And during that time, about 135 Ethiopians have participated. For months, we were debating, discussing. With regards to identifying which country to start this project in Africa, there was a lot of debate. From amongst 135 was a very significant group of individuals who were saying that we should not be getting into Ethiopia, would rather go into some stable country. And in fact, there was a lot of push to get into Rwanda. So we had some activities that we started in Rwanda. And all 135 of us were Ethiopians. So how on earth, are we going to give this opportunity to another country, this historic initiative to another country? So there was a huge debate on that one, but ultimately we reached out a compromise. We said that, okay, yes, we know the situation in Ethiopia is not conducive for us to get into Ethiopia, but also, giving this opportunity to another country is it doesn't make sense. So we said, let's compromise. Let's go to Ethiopia for about 3 months, explore the situation, and if there is nothing that we can do, to get into Ethiopia, then definitely we can opt for Rwanda or another country. But if something, if it works out, then well and good. And 1 year and 3 months, we are here. We're still here. So we just came here to explore the situation, and that's how it became Purpose Black Ethiopia. What we have started here in Ethiopia is a pilot project. Whatever model that we will be applying here, we're going to replicate it throughout Africa.